And text is 110. आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्ते बड़ा करी माने
आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्त बड़ा करी मने
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्ते बड़ा करी माने
आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्त बड़ा करी मने
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्ते बड़ा करी माने
आत्मा है कृष्ण भक्त बड़ा करी मने
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
इहते बहुत शास्त्र वचन प्रमाणे
Lord Krishna considers his devotees greater than himself. In this connection, the scriptures provide an abundance of evidence. Atma haite than his own self. Krishna, Lord Krishna, Bhakti is devotee. Badakari mane accepts as greater. Ihate, this connection, Babhuta, many. Shastra Vachan, quotations from revealed scriptures. Pramane, evidences. So there is no purpose to this verse. So one of the evidences being given in the next verse. This is Bhagavatam 11th canto, 14th chapter, text 15. Na tatha me priyatama Atma yonirna shankaraha Na cha sankarshano na shri Naivatma cha yatha bhavan O Uddhava, neither Brahma nor Shankara nor Sankarshan nor Lakshmi nor even my own self is as dear to me as you. Uddhavji, so this is 11, 14, 15. Lord Krishna's sweetness is reflected or revealed by this figment of Lord's nature, that the Supreme Lord becomes very easily pleased with a little bit a practice, for a little bit bhakti, a little bit sincere devotion of bhakti, and the Supreme Lord gets pleased. So the Lord is giving or offering a very easy access to the Lord's heart. And the Lord is describing that just little with a little bit of bhakti, the Krishna himself gets purchased. And therefore, this verse in the 11th canto Bhagavatam, when the Lord is speaking to Uddhavji, the Lord is telling, "You are so dear to me." The Krishna himself gets purchased. Srila Prahlad Maharaj is praying, "Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapa shrota aujasah tejo prabhava bala paurusham buddhi yogam bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutha paya." So Srila Prahlad Maharaj is telling, "O Lord, by austerities, rituals, penances, scholarship, dexterity, hard work, charisma, pronunciation, wealth, influence, power, you cannot be pleased. O Lord, you can only be pleased by bhakti." And as a proof, as an example, as an evidence, Prahlad Maharaj is giving the evidence of Gajendra Maharaj. And he's saying Gajendra Maharaj did not perform any austerity, sacrifices, penances. He simply called out feelingly, heartfully to the Supreme Lord. And he offered us a flower with great love. And to the flower, he was offering himself to the Supreme Lord. And sure enough, the Lord reciprocated by manifesting in front of by appearing in front of the Gajendra Maharaj. So therefore, the Supreme Lord gets purchased by the devotion. There is only one currency for which the Lord can be moved, or the Lord can be attracted, or the Lord can be purchased, and that is the currency of devotion. So, we see this beautiful episode in the pastimes of Maharaj Ambrish as well. So the Lord explains when so in that pastime the Lord explains uh, uh, Naham tebhyo managapi, when Durvasa Muni, so Durvasa Muni being cursed by, or Durvasa Muni being angry at Amrish Maharaj for no great fault of him. Ninth canto of Bhagavatam describes this beautiful pastime. So Durvasa Muni became very angry and he pronounced a curse. And as a curse, he created a Rakshasa who can destroy the Durvasa Muni. Who can destroy the Ambarish Maharaj. But the Lord became, this incited the anger of the Supreme Lord, and the Lord became so angry, he released the Sudarshan. So immediately that demon was annihilated by Maharaj Sudarshan. And then Sudarshan Maharaj chasing Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni went all over the universe, and no one had the power to retrace Sudarshan. And Durvasa Muni came back to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu said, I am powerless myself. The Lord said, I am powerless myself because I cannot tolerate any injustice to my devotees. So the Lord said, the only person who can forgive you or who can stop this calamity to befall upon you is Ambrish Maharaj himself. You have to go to him. And there the Lord is explaining that I don't have any independence. Hayya aswatantra iva. He said, I am completely bound by Duja, by my devotees. Why I become bound by my devotee, the Lord explains that also. He says, because my devotees do not know anybody else than me. Therefore, I don't know anybody else other than my devotees. So my devotees dwell in me and I dwell in my devotees. And I don't know anyone else other than my devotees. So, The Lord explains this. This is the position which the Lord is giving to his devotees. So the Lord is becomes very very pleased simply by devotion, and in this way, the Lord is making himself very easily available through devotion. So therefore, Shri Ishopanishad is speaking. Tad dure tadavantike. So this verse starts from tad na tat tejati tanne jati tad dure tadavantike. So the Lord is very far and very near also. Lord is very far and very near also. Tad dure is very far. Nobody can approach the Supreme Lord. On the material grounds, no one can approach the Supreme Lord. One can chase and chase and chase, but not be able to reach the Lord. So therefore it is explained, if one drives on the vehicle of the mind, the mind drives faster than the speed of light. One drives at the speed of the mind. For millions of years, one will not be able to reach the Supreme Lord. That Lord is so far, but he is very near. How near? If one with sincere devotion, with sincere heart, calls out for the Supreme Lord, the Lord manifests in front. Yatra gayanti madbhakta tatra tisthami narada. The Lord is telling, wherever my devotees sing of my glories, I manifest there. I not only manifest there, the Lord is saying, I dwell there. Tatra tisthami narada. This is my address. So people say, okay, send your Google coordinates. The Lord is telling my Google coordinates are very simple. Yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tisthami narada. Wherever my devotees sing of me, the Lord is personally present. Therefore, what is called as devotee? So therefore, a devotee's characteristic proclivity, propensity, or nature, or is to always sing of the glories of the Lord, to always hear of the glories of the Lord. Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayantas parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So this is the nature of the devotees. The devotees always want to bring about the glories of the Lord, because as soon as the glories of the Lord are manifest in a particular ambience, the ambience becomes auspicious. How? By the presence of the Lord. Therefore, it is said that this message of Srimad Bhagavatam is so glorious. That this message of Srimad Bhagavatam is non different from Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna in person. So therefore it is said that when a sincere devotee reads any page of Bhagavatam, in every page of Bhagavatam one can see Krishna in person, Prabhupada is saying. One can see Krishna in person. This happens when one reads after hearing from a self-realized soul. That means after connecting to a self-realized soul in the parampara. Then when one touches on, every page of Bhagavatam will reveal Krishna, because Bhagavatam is Krishna in person. It's not different. So this is the proclivity of a devotee, and that is why one should life is meant for playing around, playing around in the glories of the Supreme Lord. Yeah, one should sport around, play around with the glories of the Supreme Lord. This is the mood of Vrindavan. So this material world if one shuts off any remembrance of Krishna, one shuts off acceptance of Krishna, uh, then the material world becomes a warfare, gruesome, bloody warfare. But when one embraces Krishna, then the material world is a playground and one can sport. One can sport. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara vindayo navanavana rasanam udyati rantumasit. So whenever one triggers on any thread of remembrance of Krishna, it is like a wave of a refreshing wave of rasa, of mellows, of sweetness, of ecstasy, of enthusiasm, of um, so of enthusiasm, of spiritual energy. So that engulfs and overwhelms the devotee.
एकन भक्ति बले कृष्ण प्रेम सिंधु जले क्रीड़ा करी अनायासे ठाकुर तुम्ही कृष्ण लीला
Yes.
नहीं अनुबद्ध हो रवे so you're playing around
Yes.
Krishna in that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said in the ocean of Krishna rasa
Yeah, Krida Kuri.
ekon bhakti bale Krishna prema sindhu jale
Yes. और केनो माया जाले पुड़िते जीवा.
and others Premeravanya Anglanya Gorate
Yeah. So actually, the material world is a playground for or one can. So life is meant for the devotees of the Lord, and now the life is a sport, and one is just sporting around with the glories of the Supreme Lord, and people are crying, and we are now all that inauspiciousness, all the misery of this world can be soaked or dissipated simply by revealing or unleashing the glories of the Supreme Lord. Like person may be diseased, when the medicine is released, the health is restored and the disease is eradicated. In a similar way, the disease of misery, rather, the disease is not misery. Misery is the effect of the disease of enmity towards the Supreme Lord. The enmity towards the Supreme Lord is a disease, but when the enmity to the Supreme Lord is the disease, but when the glories of the Supreme Lord are released, then it eradicates and destroys this disease of envy and enmity, and therefore the effect of the disease, that is the manifestation of suffering and misery, is removed. So this is how the Lord gives. This is how, in such an easy way, one can win the favors of the Supreme Lord. So we see we see the nature of the Lord. This is the nature of the Lord. That yes, and therefore the Lord is saying that you can. Even Lord Nityananda says that you can chant Hare Krishna and you can purchase me by that. Amara Kiniya Loho Bhajo Gaura Hari. Amara Kiniya Loho. Kiniya means you can purchase me simply by chanting the names of Gaura Hari. You can purchase me for forever, actually. So therefore, the devotee deals in the rarest and the greatest of the commodities, you know. So devotee has the greatest wealth, that is the wealth of Krishna, because the devotee has surrendered his or her life to Krishna, and therefore Krishna becomes a property of the devotee. And therefore Kunti Maharani is saying, Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Guna Vittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. So yes, the Mother Kunti is telling, Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Guna Vittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. So Mother Kunti is telling, Namo Akinchana Vittaya, O Supreme Lord, you are the property of the impoverished. The impoverished does not mean one who doesn't have clothes to wear, one who doesn't have place to stay. The impoverished means one who has impoverished means one who has given up uh, even a nanoparticle trace of any expectation of material enjoyment. So such a person has no property, has no hopes, has from the material world, is completely dependent on the Supreme Lord and nivritta gunavittaye. So that Supreme Lord who is Atmarama, who is self-satisfied, who is very, very gentle and peaceful, that Supreme Lord who is the master of the impersonalist, he simply gets purchased. He becomes the property of the impoverished, those for whom there is no other shelter other than Krishna. And the Lord is the property, and therefore we surrender to the devotees of the Lord, because Krishna se tumhara, Krishna dite para. তোমারা শক্তি আছে আমি তো কাঙ্গালা কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে. So that is why we surrender to the great devotees of the Lord, because they have what property they have the highest property. They have Krishna. Krishna is their property, Krishna se tumhara, Krishna dite para. They can give that greatest wealth to us. They can give Krishna to us. Tumhara shakti ache, and therefore life is meant to beg for to the mercy of the great acharyas, that dhai tab pache pache ami to kangala, Krishna Krishna boli, we can cry and beg for this great mercy, and that great mercy is done. Then that becomes a phenomenal legendary moment in the history of our existence in this material world.
And Krishna is devotees purchase Krishna with their two bhajans on that. Tomara Hridaya Sada Govinda Vishwama Govinda Kohena Mara Vaishnava Pura.
Yes, Govinda.
Janme Gauri Yasha Chorane Rasuli Narottama Karo Daya Apana Rasuli. This is Vaishnava उनको आत्मसात कर रहे हैं.
Yes,
और वो छोरा करके मैं ऐसे कहूँगी.
yes,
बिलमंगल ठाकुर बोल रहे हैं कि मैं आपको बांध लिया अपने है.
yes. How Bilomangal Thakur is binding the Supreme Lord in Chauragrashtakam, actually. So the devotees store the Supreme Lord very deep into the closets of their hearts, and like that we cannot extract, but they can release if they want. And that is why the following the devotees' instructions and the Acharya's mission is the greatest utility of the human form of life. Because by that we can get the greatest wealth, that is Krishna.
And like Govind Vrindavan and Madhavati, Govind were, instead of selling butter, they started selling Krishna. Govind ne le lo, Gopal ne lo, Madhav ne lo, Govind were selling Krishna.
Yes. So this is the nature of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama.
Let's stop here for today then.
We can continue. Whatever.
ग्रंथ श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, हरि बोल.